The battle has just begun. I am passing along tonight's newest battles. We will rally the troops again next week. Your loving captain.
Friday Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Champion Chevrolet, and Pals.
Welcome into ye old Friday Night Huddle. We are counting down the top 5 games each week from the high school gridiron.
Yeah, and remember, you can get the scores of your favorite teams ticking down at the bottom of your screen or anytime on our website at WCYB.com.
Tonight's game between Greeneville and Cherokee was supposed to be a battle of unbeatens, but the Green Devils were forced to forfeit a game earlier this week for their season opener, putting an end to their 32-game regular season win streak. Still a big game out in Rogersville tonight in Class 4A. Carson Quillen getting the offense going. I mean, isn't he always the guy that gets the offense going for Greeneville? On the board, he gets them. He runs in from 10 yards out, makes it 6-0. The other guy that gets that offense rolling, Caden Ball. He would later go up top and find a wide open Zayden Anderson for the touchdown. Still in the first quarter, Greeneville doing Greeneville things. Ball calls the keeper, finds a huge hole and scores to make it 18-0. And if it's not Ball, then you know it's going to be Quillen. Right up the gut, he is gone. Big time touchdown run. Greeneville cruises in this one. They win 46-0.
Another good offensive effort for sure. By quarterback running it hard, Carson running it hard. We got the guys out on the edge, kind of game plan we wanted to. We want to spread the ball out, get some guys involved. It's not being involved as much, and we were able to do that tonight.
Man, let's talk about next week.
It's one of the game everybody's been waiting for. It don't get any bigger than this for us. It's going to be a big one on the road on Thursday night in a hostile environment. You better be ready to play in this one.
Well, sometimes a game doesn't need anything more than bragging rights to make it great. And when it comes to the showdown for who's the top team in Bristol, Virginia, our number 4 game between John Battle and Virginia High always delivers. It was our Friday night rivals game tonight, but it was all Bearcats from the start. Keyshawn Smith goes 10 yards for the score to open things up. 7-0 Virginia High at the half. Second half now, Trojans trying to get something going, but Grayson Hayes takes a tough hit, fumbles the ball. It's loose, and the Bearcats are on top of it. And that sets up Elijah Burke finishing the drive with another touchdown on the night. Virginia High goes on to roll John Battle 35-7. And News 5's Casey Getz had the call on Friday Night Rivals, and he has now our post-game report.
Bragging rights in Bristol, Virginia on the line tonight. It was the home team with the final laugh. Virginia High winning 35-7 over John Battle. But this game was a battle early, just 7-0 at halftime. But the Bearcats really turned it on in the second half. I asked head coach Derek Patterson, what was the difference in half number 2?
I think we just started executing, we did a better job of executing. We did a better job of playing how we're capable of playing. Battle came out here, they were fired up. They had a solid game plan, and they executed really well. And, we just didn't do our job in the first half. That's the bottom line. The next 4 games are going to be really, really tough. Some really solid teams, but, that's what we need. We need to play some really, really good teams to, kind of see where we stack up and see where we need to improve on.
This was the 5th straight win for Virginia High over John Battle in this series. The Bearcats now 2-0. Next week, they're on the road at defending state champ Radford. As for John Battle, the Trojans fall to 0-2. Next week, they are at Holston. In Bristol, Virginia, Casey Getz, News 5 WCYB.
2 games down, 3 to go in our countdown. We still have stops in Lebanon, Kingsport, and Jonesboro. Plus, we will check in on some of the games that just missed the countdown, including a matchup between 2 teams looking for a change of fortune in Bluff City.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by ETSU Health. The Rycove Eagles versus the Honaker Tigers are Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, September 13th on News 5 WCYB. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by ETSU Health.
The savings are heating up at Champion Chevrolet, Johnson City, and Kingsport. 24 Silverado 1500, $38,995. 24 2500 starting at $49,650. Champion Chevrolet, Kingsport and Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Citizens Bank, we believe in the communities we serve. With locations throughout the Tri-Cities and Knoxville, Citizens Bank is the trusted partner to work alongside your business and family in accomplishing financial goals. As a family-owned bank founded and headquartered in Northeast Tennessee, a big part of our success is your success. So stop by a branch or visit citizensbank24.com today and get to know the citizens in your community.
People often wonder where our Frenchy fries get their prized seasoning. Well, it all began in our local secret salt mines.
Eureka! We struck the motherlode!
Discover the great taste of Pal's Frenchy fries. Pal's, great food in a flash.
This is where it starts. Where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
The savings are heating up at Champion Chevrolet, Johnson City and Kingsport. 24 Tracks, $21,495. 24 Trailblazer, $22,720. 24 Equinox, $4,000 off MSRP. Champion Chevrolet, Kingsport and Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Friday Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Champion Chevrolet, and Pals.
Now to a couple of games that just missed our top 5, starting in Tennessee with Volunteer and Sullivan East. Sign says beware of the dog, but the Falcons were the ones that came out with a bite early. Keelan Relaford with the sack of Peyton Lingerfeld, but he's got some things together, and Lingerfeld got his mojo. Check out this fake, because it sure faked the heck out of me. Lingerfeld then rolls out, and he hits Blue Prophet for the touchdown. Then the Patriot defense gets a little dog in them. They have a meeting in the backfield and tackle Relaford for a loss. Volunteer made a game of this, but the Patriots pick up the 24-21 win.
Now across state lines to Spartan Nation and Coburn. Eastside taking on the Hurley Rebels. First series for Hurley, rolling the dice on the 4th down, but this pass gets picked off by Luke Trent, who goes in the super mode. He returns it deep inside Hurley territory. That now leads to this. His name is Rocky. Rocky Bond busts his way in for the score. One of his 2 touchdowns on the night. After Hurley turns it over on down, Spartans back with it. Look at this beautiful toss from Lyndon Panel to Trent for the 30-yard score. And a little point to the camera. He says, hello, Mom and Dad. Touchdown. And then later, Dayton Stanley would punch one in before the half. Spartans roll 46-12.
There is no question the talk of the early season, at least on the Virginia side, was Lebanon's upset of Honaker in week 1. But do the Pioneers have the juice, or was that all just a fluke? They would get another test in our game 3 this week with an always tough Patrick Henry team coming to town. Patrick Henry, Eli Delp throws it downfield, and he's intercepted by Lebanon's Peyton Maybury. And then the Pioneers take the lead when Michael Reese throws it to Lee Garrett for the touchdown. The Rebels tie up the game, pushing the ball to the goal line. It was close until halftime. The Pioneers take the lead when Toby Baker gets the touchdown from the 50-yard line. Lebanon with another big win, 42-20.
It's been a long time since we started out 2-0. And, you know, that's something that we talk about, wanting to get Lebanon back to what it used to be. We have a lot of history and a lot of pride for, you know, the program and what they've done in the past, and that's where we're trying to get to.
Well, we have 2 more games to get to this week, including a stop in Kingsport, where Westridge was looking to end a losing streak for Sullivan County Schools. And we make a stop at the Musket Bowl for an always entertaining rivalry. But first, the West Green Band takes us to break.
Less
Less than 2 months to Election Day. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, live on the debate stage for the first time to win your vote. Watch the debate on NBC for complete coverage. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. With equipment for every workout, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime.
Don't miss out on this limited time offer. $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends September 12th.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
That's the power of Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Bis squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Mathlete.
No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. With equipment for every workout, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime.
Don't miss out on this limited time offer. $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends September 12th.
Friday Night Huddle, sponsored by Ingalls, Champion Chevrolet, and Pals.
Well, sure, the old saying is never say never, but at least to this point, West Ridge had never beaten Dobyns-Bennett, but felt like this week's number 2 game might be their chance in a while to finally put an end to that streak against Sullivan County Schools, but it was all DB in the first half. They dominated on both sides of the ball, keeping the Wolfpack out of the end zone. Here's Austin Sykes with a big throw to Jaden Thomas. He's down at the 1-yard line, but Sykes would carry it in on the next play. He's just doing it all there. That's the second of 3 touchdowns DB would put up in the first half. Combine that with a struggling offense and costly penalties. Westridge had quite a hole to dig themselves out of going into the half. Fast forward to the 4th. Finally, Trey Frazier would find Dylan Bannon as he evades 2 Indians before being brought down just shy of the end zone, trying to get into that pylon there. The Wolfpack would get their first score of the game. On the next play, they'd eventually tack on another 6, but for them, DB would add 21 points of their own to an already impressive lead in the second half. They roll Westridge 42-13.
But, you know, our guys play hard, our guys compete, and I thought we showed that tonight. You know, as long as we can keep the offense rolling right there, you know, our secondary's playing really good. We got to get more pressure on the quarterback, but I like all that we saw tonight with that.
There are rivalry games, and then there's the Musket Bowl. Not only do Daniel Boone and David Crockett really not like each other, but year in and year out, this game ends up playing a critical role in who makes the postseason. That is why it is our top game this week. To Jonesboro we go. The run out is just the beginning. Early in the first, the interception set up the Pioneers for a 17-yard run in the end zone, courtesy of Zeke Sloan. Crockett trying to get that musket back. Looking deep, and all A.J. Wynn finds, though, is a sea of red that is not the right color. Walker Burton hauls it in to give the ball back to Boone, but nothing comes of it. We move on to the second quarter. Zeke Sloan, again, dragging defenders. How about that? And then he goes 3 for 3 because why not? It's that man again, Wynn, hitting Sloan to send this game to halftime with Crockett leading 21-0. They roll to the 35-7 win. News 5's Lauren Bradford has more on the latest edition of the Musket Bowl.
Tonight was a first for every player on David Crockett's roster as they dominated Daniel Boone to pick up their first Musket Bowl win in 3 years.
It's a big win. Our seniors ain't won since they've been here. They told me before the game they put a lot of trust in me to win this game. Helped them out, so I said, I got you. Had to get them a win before they left. Challenged them all week. Knew that Boone wanted to come in and dominate the line of scrimmage, but, turns out we were pretty good up there, too. So just hats off to our kids and so proud of them.
A big part of that win, Zeke Sloan, who accounted for all of the Pioneers' first half points.
We line him up at receiver, H-back, tailback, and then he goes and makes 8 or 10 tackles on defense. Heck of a talent. Across the board, we played really well tonight, but Zeke definitely brought it tonight. People at school didn't believe. I heard all day today, y'all gonna win? I'd say, yeah. I don't believe it. So it feels good to come out here and get a big win. Yeah, they scored. It's all right, we won by 28.
A recurring sentiment that although fans may have doubted, the players always felt like they could get it done. With quarterback A.J. Wynn even saying,
he said, Coach, I'm undefeated against Boone. And I said, well, let's stay that way. So he's a gamer, man. I'm really glad we got him for 2.5 more years.
The Pioneers proved the doubters wrong to bring the Musket back to Jonesboro with the 35-7 victory. Reporting from David Crockett, I'm Lauren Bradford.
All right, now we check in on some scores from around Tennessee. As we have a score there, West Greenwood beat Chucky Doak by 2 touchdowns, 27-13. Cloudland all over Hancock County, 50-6. And look at Elizabeth, they're still sour over that week 1 loss. They went 57-6 over Granger. As we keep moving on here, Pigsaw with a 35-0 win over Hampton. North Green would pick up a win, 24-20 over Jellicoe. And Johnson County keeps trucking, 54-0 over Claiborne. As we have more scores out of Tennessee. Tennessee High, the tough one. They lose by 6 at Morristown West. Unicoi County brings the offense out, a 35-14 win over Pigeon Forge. And South Green blanks Cumberland Gap 42-0. And Science Hill with a big win on the road at Jefferson County, 20-14. They're now 2-0 on the year.
In the Commonwealth, Twin Springs take down Unaka 39-20. Ridgeview has no problems with Grundy winning 46-0. Montcalm blanks Twin Valley 52-0. Hohenacre rebounds from a loss last week to get the 49-0 win over Castlewood. Gate City squeaks out a 14-3 win. Rye Cove rolls 52-0 over Northwood. Central takes down Marion 28-13. Abingdon picks up a big win at Christiansburg 31-28. Holston wins at Narrows 48-14. Union gets the 53-0 win at Richlands. Lehigh gets the 28-0 win over rivals Thomas Walker, and J.I. Burton falls to Howie 34-7.
Now looking at scores in Kentucky, Jenkins falls at Bland. Letchworth Central falls to Bell County 30-14, and Leslie County with a 45-20 win over Magoffin County.
Which means it's time to take a quick look at our top 5 Tuesday poll. As you can see, all the teams at Tennessee win pretty easily. There probably won't be much change in that one. As for the Virginia schools, they all won too. Abingdon won. You'll just have to trust me on that one. So probably not much change for them as well. That will do it for this week's edition of Friday Night Huddle. Have a great Saturday.